to recap, I broke my tripod and I haven't bought a new one. So you guys are propped up on an equipment rack with a bunch of shin pads, like kickboxing shin pads. It works. So I'm using the gym's internet tonight. I'm not sure how it's going to play out. See, if it works, sweet, saves me the data. If not, I won't do it again. Or not the data. If this connection's better, then it saves me all the skips. Awesome. Let's pray. Lord Jesus, please take care of the class. Keep everybody safe. I'm nearly positive we're sparring tonight. Make sure everybody feels good about themselves. Make sure they have a good time. Enough fun that they come back again the next day. Yep. Amen. Alright, so I broke my tripod. You guys are propped up on an equipment rack with a bunch of shin guards all origamied into a support system. And this is the kickboxing class right behind me. So when they finish, they're probably going to mess with my phone. We'll improvise. was in the woods chopping firewood all afternoon. Awesome. I can feel it. Recap. I was chopping firewood all afternoon. I'm going to warm up a bit slower. Why? Because we're sparring tonight. And, yep. That's right. I'm expressing an awareness that I should monitor my energy. there's a table right beside me, and I keep kicking it. It looks like I'm punching with the back of my hand, but inside my glove, I just have my gloves twisted because the way I punch so loose, my gloves fall off. I don't make a fist when I box. So when I twist my gloves to the sideways, it gives that illusion that I'm punching with the back of my hand. I'm not turning to that point. I'm not doing the Western style boxing. What I'm doing is closer to like Jeet Kune Do. It's just how I warm up. It's how I kind of box on the inside a bit. Yep. Really, all I'm doing is just trying to stay loose. If you flex muscles, it slows you down. You want to learn how to punch with leverage. Pitch fastballs. All right, it's all leverage. It's not muscle. Okay, I'm gonna go hit stuff. Sky. Yeah, there we go. So I'm just warming up, and this is a measurement bias, cognitive bias. I'm just working on my balance, which is why I'm not flexing, which is why I'm just pity-patty tapping the bag. Most people, like little kids, most people just assume that punching hard matters. At my level, people run away from you. Like Mayweather, punching hard at Mayweather is not going to do you any good. Why? Because he's slippery. Yep. It's in your best interest to plan 4 or 5 punches along. Yep. That's how you beat the good guys. You don't do it by punching hard, but everybody does. Everybody does, you know. Like my coaches, what I'm saying now, my coaches told me back then, like, you got to eat a bunch of punches before you catch on. Like most people don't know. Why would they? Yep. Are we sparring today? Who are we sparring? So what I do is I play defense, and everybody in the gym tries to beat me up. Oh, hey, I'll align with the strong point. Miss or slip or run away. Like my defense is better than your offense. Yep. Warming up, just broke a sweat. All right, I'm gonna go back to it. Jeet Kune Do, that's Bruce Lee's thing. I read a bunch of his books. Yep. So the stuff I independently came up with for boxing, my journey, there's an awful lot of similarities between mine and his. So it makes for easy references. Only defense? Oh, because, well, first off, I'm the coach. And second off, it's not a fair contest, right? Yeah, so it's my ego doesn't need it. And at this point, I have more fun playing defense. Like, slipping, like doing all the fancy Mayweather slipping stuff, it's super enjoyable, right? Like I don't have to beat anybody up. Like I break their spirit by being so slippery they can't hit me, and that's fun for everybody involved. So you'll watch it here in a little bit. They just gas out. They punch me until they gas out, and then the next person comes in. So okay, I just broke a sweat a moment ago. I'm gonna go back to it. I probably got another hour of hitting the bag before we spar. We're close. 45 minutes. So I'm aware of that, and I'm gonna try not to do anything dumb while I'm warming up. Throwing. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I'm gonna go back to it.
Put it in the chat. One hour of back, he said. John, someone asked a question. They said, why is he wearing a mouth guard on the bag?
What's your guess? Where's the question? I didn't see it.
Why is she wearing a mouth guard for a bag?
I'll just answer it. So, because it's hard to breathe. It makes it harder to breathe. However you fight, get used to that. Oh gosh. Yeah. So I have a double-sided mouth guard. I wear a double-sided mouth guard because I've broken my nose so many times. It doesn't work that well. But because I have a double-sided mouth guard, you do?
Oh no, one-sided.
Yeah. This kid's gonna buy a double-sided too. Because it's a double-sided, I can clench my jaw the entire time I box. That is a big deal because you don't do that with single-sided mouth guards. Like, if you clench your jaw, you can absorb 100 times more impact than if you don't. So I train with a double-sided mouth guard because it's harder all the time. But I wear a double-sided mouth guard because it makes me harder to knock out.
You should say like if this you should like start doing challenges like if this video starts getting like 2,000 likes, like you'll punch Isaac or something. No, if this video gets 1,000 likes, you'll punch Kyle.
I bet you there's some legal.
Please punch me without 1,000 likes.
There's probably some legal ramifications.
I would say from now on, I kind of want you to destroy me when we do the side-to-side thing.
I had big bruises. I think you were the last one. Yeah, I had like giant bruises on it.
I was like, bro.
This kid gave me some bruises, and I actually didn't take my shirt off for a little bit because they were huge.
No, bro, like I swear, almost 2 weeks, my rib cage, every time I breathe, it was just solid. Yeah, bro.
It was like 8-inch like fist marks from the thing we do against the wall with the gut punching. It's awesome. Probably 45 minutes we'll be sparring. Oh, hard you can punch. Nope, this is how I warm up. I highly recommend you start thinking in similar terms because punching hard is the little kid, it's the kindergarten of boxing. Like, focus on everything else. Like, little kids assume punching hard matters. Like, experienced boxers are on a different level. It's different. Your punching hard doesn't matter if you can't hit me, right? You gotta do something different. And punching hard looks cool, which is why they have all those bar machines and whatnot. But in real life, it's don't practice on punching. There's a natural skew towards doing all the fancy stuff. Don't do it. Force yourself to do the boring things. Force yourself to pity-patty the bag for an hour every night. Why? Because you learn stuff that you can't learn punching hard. And I promise you, punching hard is the dumbest thing you can do. Not dumbest. It's the lowest form of boxing. Yep. Example, once you start getting into combos, all your power punches miss. Like, power means telegraph. Yep. So you gotta do other stuff. Picturing on a bell curve, 80 to 90% of the population is probably gonna come into a fight and punch really hard. Firefighters, school bullies, like it's a normal thing. Like, people coming in and punch hard. It doesn't work well against boxers. Like, I recommend you don't do it because it's what we're trained for. And most of the time it's funny as I go limp, as I run away, which you'll see me do tonight with all these little kids. I say little kids. I think most of the class is like 20 years old or maybe more. I'm gonna go back to it. It's a punch they don't see coming. Yeah, well, that's what. Spot on. What's your name? Oh my God, I can't pronounce that. The punch you didn't see coming. That's it. Yep. That's what I'm talking about. That's also why I stay loose. When I'm doing the pity patty, it's because I'm not flexing. Why am I not flexing? Because I'm prepared to either capitalize on an opportunity I don't see or absorb an impact from a punch I didn't see. Either way, loose is the solution. Most people don't do that. It's not the average. Like, once you get that into your, like, just focus on what I'm saying right now. Like, once you get that into your brain, you're above 80% of the human population because most people think hitting hard matters. It doesn't matter at all. You don't need to know how to punch it, but you don't need to. Okay, I'm gonna go back to it. Which I say that punching, not arm, but yeah. Most people when they say power, they're just arm punching. Like, I'm not even making a fist right now. Why? Because when I make a fist, it causes my forearm to flex. When I flex my forearm, it causes my arm to flex. Anytime you flex, you slow down. Like, pitcher pitching a baseball, you're not flexing the whole way. You're flexing a little bit in the beginning, and then it's all leverage. The mechanics of how I do this is just like a fastball, except unlike a pitch, I'm prepared to do this, 8 times in a row, 10 times in a row. Pitchers don't have to worry about that. But mechanically, I'm basically doing the same thing. It's loose, not flexing. Super hard. It's counterintuitive. I do kickboxing, everything comes to the leg. Oh, no, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to get my, so when I'm doing this, I'm mentally trying to lower my center of gravity. I'm mentally only trying to think of my legs. Sometimes a visual of like tree trunks helps, some just big and heavy. That kind of helps me transfer the weight out of my upper half. Because once I get down to my feet, once I get down to my lower half, oh my God, I can do anything under the sun at any point in time, just destroy people. But it's super hard to do. Yep. I thought it was a big punch hard. Punching hard, the counter to punching hard is they're easy to defend yourself against. And you're gonna gas out. So they cost a lot of energy, they're easy to defend yourself against, and the odds of landing a clean power punch are drastically reduced. So it's like the lowest odds of success. But if you can pull it off, hey, that's why pros go for it, because they gotta sell tickets. Like, so they take all the head injury for the sake of making more tickets, because it's a more sensational kind of thing with like the big hooks. Yep. They usually get beat up a bunch in between. Throw my punches loose and quick. Yeah, I throw my punches loosely. Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. Like, I'm not flexing. I don't make a fist. I haven't made a fist when I was punching for like 7 years, maybe even more. Like, you don't need to. Anything that over the last 20 years, I've been reducing those flexing dependencies out of my mechanical boxing process. Right now, I got a loose. Well, I've already cooled down a little bit, so I'm gonna have to start off again. And I'm confident what's going to be in my mind is trying to lower my center of gravity again. It's tough to do. How much percent of power should you use it? Oh, that was dumb. Yeah. We're a Christian channel. God bless you. All right, we're gonna work out. Nice. It's on here. So what I'm doing here is I'm warming up, and I prescribe the same for everybody. Most people can't handle doing a warm up. Like they got to go. What I'm describing is like I consider it the biggest mountain to climb in boxing, because in real life, in real matches, in real competition, you got to get up there in front of everybody. However you feel, public speaking, boxing is that times 100. So the nervousness, that's the biggest part of boxing. Don't even worry about punching hard. Don't even worry about getting punched. Like, worry about being nervous. It's gonna happen. Like it's just like walk up to the ring. When you get in the ring, most people are just helpless. And the power punching ideology is part of what I'm talking about. It's like, it's why it happens. Like most you're nervous already, right? So if you put the fight on a pedestal, like I gotta win, no exceptions. Well, then you're gonna get nervous and gas out, and those you end up losing in your mind before the fights even start. That's the average. Like that's everybody. Yep. What I'm working on is I want to say the mitigation to that, but it's not mitigation. It's just this is once you get past that hurdle, once you're on the other side of that mountain, all you work on is balance, because it really is the hardest part. Like it's super hard. Like Kung Fu masters have been talking about this for thousands of years. It's crazy hard. Like, but you gotta get past that ego part. Once you pass the ego part, then it's I don't care what it looks like as long as I win. That's where I'm at. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go back to it. Sweet. I showed up super early. Awesome. Have you ever done kettlebells? Goal is it ends up being like a pelvic thrust. Yeah. The goal is to do it without using any muscles. It's hard though. It's like it's rhythmic. One of our guys is doing kettlebells. Before I joined boxing, I was in kettlebells for a while. Quite a while. Tossing around the Russian pood. I love this song. spring loaded, I see. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Awesome. Kickboxing class is done. Boxing class begins. Yeah, and really, actually, yeah, check yourself. Like, and this applies to boxing, but it applies everywhere. It applies to business. It applies to everything I've ever jumped into blind. Like, don't assume you know. Like, there's all sorts of stuff in boxing that's counterintuitive. Like, I've been doing this 20 years. What I've learned is that there's things, 40 years, they will learn lessons I don't know. So what I've learned is rather than assuming I know, I assume I don't know. Like, skew towards paranoia, not ego. Like, assume you're always in danger. There's always a threat. That is the best way to box. That is the best way to live your life outside of boxing. Because anything else will set you up for failure, right? Like, everybody that's got a bunch of fights knows they could get their butt kicked at any point in time. Like, it's how real life works. Like, maybe you're sick that day. You can't go home. You can't call the fight. You got to do it. Yep. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go back to it. Shadow box. Yeah, and what I'm doing is actually probably closer to shadow boxing than anything else. Like, as I'm doing it, like, I'm trying to punch from just my lower half, just my, like, below my knees. It's super hard though. Like, it's hard to pull off. Like, it's like meditation. You can do like 30 seconds at a time is actually an accomplishment. But this is the same thing. 30 seconds of perfectly loose punching from my feet, major accomplishment. It's enlightenment. Always chasing it. You'll never get there. Yep. I'm chasing the enlightenment of zero energy, like perfect perfection. Like, oh God, I'm a visual thinker. I'm picturing like ohms of resistance and electricity. I'm aiming for 0 ohms. Flexing is resistance. So if you flex anything, it slows you down. It's counterintuitive. Pitcher pitching a baseball. That's a good visual for how the mechanics of real good boxing works. Like, your body weight had 100 miles per hour towards somebody's face. Like, flexing slows you down. So that's yeah. In real life, the big guys tend to get beat up by little guys for the reason I'm talking about now. David does beat Goliath in real life more often than not. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna go back to it. Awesome. We'll be sparring here in probably 45 minutes or so. Sweet. The next song was going to be Weezer. How? I don't know, but I knew it. Buddy Holly, I think. It's hot. Is that Spanish? English is all I got. Yeah, you know, when I get into it, when I get loose, yeah, then I start doing more proper stuff. But it's pointless until I'm loose. Where I'm at right now. Like being loose, super hard. Doing the right form, a lot easier. Yep. Like you should always work on the fundamentals, but there's stuff beyond the fundamentals, and that's what I'm working on, the balance part. Super hard. Actually, balance would be a fundamental. Well, whatever. It's yeah, super hard. Balance is the foundation of everything. Most people don't have it. Actually, reverse engineer what I'm saying right now. You want to beat a street fighter, you want to beat somebody in the bar, like if you get attacked, we build heroes, not bad guys. Don't be a bad guy, we're Christian. But the big aggressive guys, the guys that are trying to do power, you know, they're showing off for their girlfriends or whatnot, take them with little things. Be super cocky. Yeah, the more invested they are mentally, the easier it is to mess with them mentally. Right, like the real dangerous guy is the stoic that's gonna fight regardless. The show-offy person, not a stoic. Yep. You do stuff to mess with them, they usually break, or you know they start getting it's super easy to push them off center, metaphorically speaking. Okay, I'm gonna go back to it. I work on speed. Slow muscles, which is slow. And over time, because I do this for like an hour, hour and a half every practice, or it's increasing my fast twitch muscles. It's increasing my reaction time. I didn't plan it like that. It's just it's helping. Because I'm not throwing the big power punches and I'm working on my balance, so all the stabilizer muscles around my core are improving, which when you throw big power punches all the time, you don't get that. You tend to suck. Yep. Mike Tyson's power hook, it probably didn't feel like power to him at all. It was probably all mechanics. He was probably doing the same thing I'm doing right now. It doesn't feel like power when you do it right. It just feels like it's mechanically efficient. Yep. All right, I'm gonna go back to it. So, oh yeah, I almost knocked that table over again. I think yesterday I knocked it over like 3 times. The key is to instill constant paranoia into my students. If I walk by, they guard themselves. Yeah, but in boxing, like you always want to be focused, like because the moments, then you have dull, like moments of purgatory. Yep. So it's hard to switch it on, switch it off. Soldiers, veterans talk about this quite a bit too. Well, one of the mitigations to that is like roughhousing, like walking past somebody and threatening to punch them out of nowhere, because that kind of keeps everybody on toes. And it's funny. So in boxing, that's advantageous because you don't want to lay your guard down. Always defend yourself. It's like the number one thing. Every ref I've ever been in the ring with has said, remember, protect yourself at all times. This is what we're talking about here. It's harder than it sounds. Sometimes you forget that somebody's trying to kill you.
No, face the block. You are pivot, bro. 1, 2, and then pivot. 1, 2, and then pivot. Next out. Okay, face the block. 1, 2, pivot. Pivot. 1, 2, pivot. Back wall. 2, pivot. And pivot. Get just like a bullfighter. There you go. That's the bleeding over. You got 10 seconds. The bull gored you. And you're bleeding over it now. Next one, right, straight left, straight right. Power, down, power. Seconds, and the next cell back to the pivot again. seconds. Next bell, then on your back. Boxing straight up and down and leg raises. Next bell. Seconds.
All right, that time I actually headbutted. I wasn't trying to, it just happened.
30 seconds.
You know what Adonis used to do?
Next bell. Throw the punches, raise the red leg. Outside, outside, right leg. Right arm, outside, to the left leg.
I was like, I don't know, well done.
Bring it into the
Right.
body, torso, twist. Shoot that punch, keep twisting. Here's the momentum. 10 seconds.
So Coach Adonis down Circle of Discipline, if you guys see they're doing sit-ups or, I don't know, whatever they're doing. Jeremy Valentine, I believe, he would come up and as we were doing sit-ups, punch you in the gut a bunch of times. And really, the breathing technique is the hard part there. Like the punching part's not a big deal, the pain's not a big deal. But like controlling your breathing, super tough. Super hard to do. Yep, yep. Alright, and we go back to it. God bless you all. Awesome.
30 seconds. Yes, the nose with your head, boxing, and you keep your feet like 6 inches off the ground. Next bell after 10-second bell. 10 seconds. Go!
So I'm doing all the fancy stuff and then I'm walking away, you know, as I get tired. I can hear my coach, Coach Harold, or one of my coaches, my military drill instructor coach. But as I'm walking away there, I'm still doing it, you know. I can hear him yelling at me to not walk away, to not stop punching. Like, mentally I'm checking myself because I'm doing the fancy stuff. George Foreman knocking out Michael Moore. Like, it looks cool. Oh, hey, going back to what I was saying before. Yeah, I'm skewing towards what looks cool. And I'm aware of that, so I still gotta check myself. Like, being aware doesn't really change anything. It's just, it's a constant battle of, trying to do better. And you constantly get dragged back into your old habits. Oh, hey, there's a life metaphor there. 42. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Awesome.
That's it. All four positions, all left, all right. Dog leg lift up, dog leg kick, come back, dog leg lift down, and doggy kick, control. Go. What we're going to do, we will 3 minutes up down, 3 minutes set for 10, 2 minutes up down, 2 minutes set for 10. So Alex, you've got the first lead. We're going to kind of break things up a little bit. On the bell. Again, be careful. Don't have to go down and thing. You don't know what you're doing. Again, just do that, but I watch those legs. You're not kicking your butt. You're not kicking those tools. I want silence up on your toes.
I haven't knocked the table over yet, but it's been close. We have a pretty good class tonight. I would say 30 thereabouts. It's crazy hot. Show will be sparring here in about 20 minutes. Which for sparring, what I do as a coach is I get in the ring and I play defense. And I let everyone, all 30 of these guys, all 30 of these kids come through here and try to beat me up. Back to back. Why? Because it's funny. And where I'm at, I consider defense more interesting. And you know, like getting to the point where everything slips when I want it to. Awesome. Yep. Punching is, everybody starts with punching because it looks cooler. Just like anything else. It's the stuff you can't see that ends up being the most important. You know, kind of like the iceberg, all the stuff under the water. Yep, yep. Awesome.
Ooh, I need a 30-second break.
20 seconds, you ready to go? 15 seconds, you ready to go?
No, it's actually a left.
10 seconds, you ready to go? 9, 8, 7, boom!
Yeah,
4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, did you see that? That's the constant paranoia. I teach it. He would have got me. I wasn't ready for it.
Five seal slaps. 5 burpees. Seconds. Next now you have a 30-second break. Then 3 minutes left on it again. And then 3 more minutes, the same thing, what we just did. Ten seconds, you actually got lead.
It's hot. Yeah, yep, I am. This is, I'm not even trying to punch. You know what's happening? But I'm doing it to check my center of balance, not to actually punch. Because the weight of my arms, when they propel outside of my center of mass, it pulls me forward, pulls everybody forward. It's super hard to counter that. And the way you do it, how you mitigate being pulled over, well, first off, this is how you beat big power punchers. You wait for them to throw a power punch, you slip it. Odds are they're not prepared to miss, you know, because that's how that power punching ideology works. So you slip it, they miss, and now because they overly committed, it takes them a while. It takes them a bit to get back into position. So they're basically defenseless. They throw that big power punch, they're defenseless for a second or two. And then you can just have your way with them because they overcommitted to the power punch, and then you know, the game in. And if you're not punching appropriately, you use muscles to go out and you use muscles to go back in when you're doing it wrong. The way I do it, I'm basically just twisting my hip. So I'm punching without using my arm. I'm punching without using my upper half. And then I'm actually recovering my arm too. I'm recovering that mass. I'm kind of scraping back the energy by absorbing it into my hips. Kind of like a race car. You know, energy conservation, wherever you can save it, give it where it's appropriate and save it where it's appropriate. Oh, yep. Okay, I'm gonna go back to it. Yeah, it's super hard. So this is how I warm up. I've been warming up like this for 7-8 years. And the longer I do it, the better I get at actual boxing, like actual sparring. I've been doing this 20 years. I consider this not only the hardest part of boxing, but the greatest opportunity to become better. This is what Kung Fu masters talk about. Super hard to do.
Then you get 30-second rest, and then one more set of 3 minutes. I guess it's your choice. You can walk down or you can do the exercise. What do you think? Exercise. That's, yeah. 30-second rest. Next bell, the last 3 minutes. water, bath, and break.
Alright, and for sparring, it's going to be here in a little bit. Or I'll be taking over the bus. Because your gloves, okay. It's a dumb name. If you're going to hit the base gloves weigh a pound, they weigh 16 ounces. And if, challenge, count how many punches I just threw, or I've thrown in the last hour and 22 minutes of this. Because 1 pound times the thousands of punches I just threw is hard. And because I'm not using the big bulky muscles, I'm using the quick stabilizer muscles, the fast twitch muscles. Like this is what makes you a better boxer. It's not power punching. Like we had a linebacker for the Vikings coming a few months ago, and I treated him just like I treat anybody else, right? Like I got in the ring and I let him tee off on me for 3 rounds, like everything he's got. I didn't throw a single punch. I just played defense. End of the second round, into the first round, he couldn't lift his arms anymore because it's hard. Like the arm punching doesn't survive the first round. Like it's so hard. Boxing's so hard. It's so exhausting. You gotta learn to throw with no muscles. Any muscle costs you energy, and when you fight, you show up with like 20% of your actual energy because you get nervous. It's hard to fall asleep before. Like you have a long car ride. Like yeah, plan to, anytime you're in competition, plan to only have 20% of your energy. Doing the stuff like I'm doing right now helps with that. It helps because I'm able to stay calm and I don't have to throw the big power punches. That's how you make it into round 10. Power punching, round 1, and then they're gassed out. It's like everybody. Yo, man. Justice. You got a match in 7 days? The nervousness never goes away. First off, and actually that's my recommendation to all my students, it doesn't go away. Like, it's going to happen. When it starts to happen, be like, hey, it's happening just like I knew it would, just like that guy said it would, and that helps. Like, don't pretend like it's going to happen. Don't pretend like it's not going to happen, because it always happens. It happens to everybody. Mike Tyson used to not wear socks into the ring because it made him feel like a gladiator. It was his ritual for getting into the right mindset because, Mike Tyson used to cry before fights. He talks about it because he gets nervous. You worry about, like he said, you worry about killing people. Like it's, yeah. The hard part of boxing is staying calm. So that nervousness you're talking about, that's my recommendation. It's going to happen 100%. Are you going to fight anyway? The answer is yes. You're going to get nervous. Whenever you fight, you're going to have 20% of your gas tank. Like, plan for it. That's real life. Yep. If you tell yourself you're only going to have 20% of your energy, you're going to show up like all exhausted. You know, if you tell yourself that's how it's going to work out, then it's not a surprise when it happens. And if you're willing to fight, if you're willing to start a fight with only 20% of your energy, you have the mental fortitude to keep going. Like, most people think they're pretty. Most people think they're awesome. And then, you know, real life kicks in and they crap out right away. Tell yourself you're going to suck. Tell yourself, like, the paranoia part. Tell yourself everything. Yeah, bro. And I'm saying that in like a positive way. Yeah, bro. You ain't scared. No edge. It's a thing. Like, you want, my version of confidence is I will fight to the death just because. Like, that's my confidence. Like, I will give it everything I got regardless, just because. right? That's not winning or losing. That what I just described, the mentality I just described is different. It's not winning or losing. I don't care if I lose. I will still fight to the death right now, right? And that's, you know, yeah, that's the mindset you got to be in. That's the mindset I teach all my students. That's the mindset you should be in. Don't, if you're worried about winning or losing, you're not in the right spot. You're not in the right space. Like, it doesn't matter. You worry about putting on a good show. You worry about giving it your all. If you're going down, you go down swinging. That's what you worry about. You don't worry about losing. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Yep, yep. Yeah, yeah. I consider boxing and public speaking, for me, it's like identical. It's the same kind of fear. And, you know, you just get a little more numb to it the more you do it. Just like public speaking, like, it's still scary. Like, it never not gets scary. But if you do it so many times, like, after you make so many mistakes, what do you got to worry about? Once you've already done the worst that can happen, everything else just seems easier. Boxing, it's kind of the same way. Like, once you get a dozen fights under your book, like, it's, you still get nervous and all that stuff, but it's different. I would say at the 12 fight mark, you know, because that's, I think open class is still 10 fights. So at 12, my brothers, you know, because you get to know everybody. There's only so many boxers in the country, you know. You get to know everybody. They're all friends. Like, beat the crap out of them because I like them. Boxing, it's, yeah. So I would say past 12 fights, that's what it's like. That's what it's like. You get along with everybody after a while. Like, you respect anybody that has the guts to get into the ring, because most people don't. Most people just talk. You start to respect the other wolves. Awesome.
Ali trains for speed. Again, when you look at Muhammad Ali, he doesn't look like Bill Patrick. If you look at him versus the Ben Holding, him versus Eddie Norton, him versus Mike Tyson, all three of those boxers had defined upper bodies. You look at them, and right away you're going to go on looking at those muscular development. Having muscle development, there we go. Ali had speed, that's what set him apart from those guys. If you multiply the factor of speed times strength, you get power. Okay? In wrestling, Foley'd have the move, you had an arm. Staples would have cross-face training. Every team, somebody had something. In football, some teams would be a defensive team. Okay, you have to have something that's going to define yourself. But we kind of in the past were known for tying up. Okay, well that's Kelly, so wrestling, he ties up. But you know, we need to be more. Wow. Oh, Pete has it.
We lost internet.
That's the right side.
Bummer. All right, so recap. Yeah, I'm improvising how I mount the camera. This works, right? I like it. Actually, I don't even think they need me. I'm gonna record. Let's go on a safari.